Okay, so let's get started. Congratulations and welcome aboard, Lymann. So we are so honored to be working with you soon. So we have 4 lovely VAs that you can get to know today. So we have Christine, Chopet, Bernard, and Mary Joy. This is like a round robin style interview. So each question will be answered by them in take turns.
Yep.
So Lymann, before we get started, we'd like to know you more. Can you share a bit of yourself and your business background, please?
Sure. So I'm someone who's still working in corporate, so still working as a performance coach for a big corporate organization. And I've also been doing my coaching business for 2.5 years. So I started off building websites and doing some business coaching. I then did some general business coaching, and now I've moved more into automation and business coaching. So help people set up websites, landing pages, lead generation, marketing, challenges, everything to do with helping them build up their CRM, helping them build out all their automated email campaigns and follow-ups, and put a bit of let's just call it, put a bit of process as part of a lot of business coaches, because I found that a lot of business coaches that I was working with, and even the business coaches that are out there that I learned from and am still learning from, they're good at strategy and they're good at mindset. You know, the two things that are really important to be a good business coach is, as much as they say it's all strategy, it's kind of like 20% strategy, 80% mindset. And there's a lot of really good business coaches out there. And I was like, my skill set, because I've been working in corporate for over 20 years, and the last 15 of those has been in very much technology based. So what I'm able to do is make technology really simple for business owners or business coaches to understand, and either build for them or build with them. So we've got major banks and health insurance companies and those sort of things. So I'm used to manage all the technology teams, to, you know, all the website developers, the app developers, all those sort of things.
Thank you for sharing, Lymann. You've got a lot of things to offer to your prospect clients. That's amazing. All right, good to know you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with your questions. Just mention, or just unmute yourself, guys, if you wanted to answer first, and then we'll go.
Yeah, so I'll tell you a bit about what I'm looking for first.
Yes, please.
Help you sort of understand where I'm currently at. So I have got a bunch of clients just from people who I did a pro bono work for. I've got a lot of referrals from the work that I did. So I've got sort of, at the moment, I'm doing a lot of build customization work. So very, you know, not very generic. I'm building custom based on where the business is at and where they need to go. Which means that because I'm working my, you know, business role, 8 to 10 hours a day, I'm working with clients in the mornings and the nights. Outside of that, the stuff that I'm being taught and even teaching other people around, liking other people's posts, posting on social media, doing all the generic things that you guys probably know more about. I'm just not doing it. Like, if you guys probably looked up my Facebook profile before this, I haven't been posting for the last year, but I kind of do a good job for clients. So I'm getting referrals, but now I want to be able to start getting more of that. So to go from more one-to-one to more one-to-many and build out some of my groups. So what I'm looking for you guys is, what's your experience with doing sort of friend farming, social media, DMing, chat sequences, all I'm going to call the basics that I'm looking for now. And then, Noemi, in the future, I'll be looking for, how do we transition that into some either onboarding calls or introductory calls and all that. Yeah. So based on that, I guess what I'm looking for, tell me what's your experience in that area, and what do you have to offer?
Okay, who will go first? Don't be shy, guys.
I think I'll go first. Noemi. Hello, good morning. I am Juniel. I am a social media manager for almost 3 years now. So what I'm doing is I created content not just in copy pasting, but I do sequencing. So what I am doing is the customization about contents. And then aside from that, I do researching a lot. So while I'm doing research and then creating contents, I am also DMing people to create some engagement with them. So I have three specific skills in social media. Like for example, in first I am doing social media management. Second is social media marketing. And then third is the social media engagement. So I do all of those three. And then my strategy while I'm doing that is that first I need to do is more on the awareness side. After I'm doing about the awareness about, or I mean the brand awareness, I need to proceed for the engagement. And then after the engagement, we need to create and to have an update in terms with the ROI or the return of investment. So basically that's what I'm doing. And then all of my contents came from different site that is actually a source that is actually good for your business, because that can be usable not only for the company but only specific to your company.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Okay. Go girls.
Okay,
Christine.
let me go next. Hi, Lymann. Hi, everyone. Let me introduce my first self. I am Mary Joy Villegas. You can call me Mary. And I started my journey as a freelancer virtual assistant just this year. And I'm so blessed to be working with different clients on a different kind of businesses. I work as a virtual assistant for an owner of a cleaning company in Minnesota, USA. I do admin tasks as well as a social media management. I also do that. And I can help you creating content and graphics using Canva. And when it comes to social media management, uh, I can help you with that by scheduling your content on a daily basis. Like uh, I create a content calendar for your posts so that your posts will be scheduled every day. Like for example, on Monday, if you have a group, um, I'll post an engagement post like for Monday, welcoming post for the new members of your group. And then for Tuesday, let's post poll questions so that your Facebook members can interact and can vote on the poll question. And for Wednesday, we can post infographics like with tips and tricks so that your Facebook members can also engage to comments. And for Thursday, let's create a question for the day so that your Facebook members will interact and would answer the questions. And for Friday, we can post some motivational quotes. I quotes, quotes, motivational quotes. I can help you also doing visual content because one of my skill is edit photos and videos using Canva. Also, I also experienced working as a lead generalist and appointment setter and a cold caller for a real estate company in Florida. I make phone calls to homeowners and ask them if they want to sell their property or not. And if they are interested in selling, then I'm schedule or book an appointment with my client with them. And also with my previous client on here in QVA, I am also her social media manager. I help her grow her Facebook group, and I also post engagement posts on LinkedIn and Facebook. I also send the direct messages because I'm also doing a lead. I'm also generating leads on her LinkedIn account. And I think that would be all. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Who's next?
Hi, Lymann. I'll go next. So I'm Jopet. I have been a virtual assistant for over a year now. I started last year with a training in another agency, which is specializing in DM closing and appointment setting. So most of my work specialize on DM appointment setting and sales closing. So I have been working with different coaches in different niche, mostly in the fitness niche, and also have one client that is a financial advisor and another in the marketing niche. So aside from doing the DM appointment setting and sales closing, I also do social media management for them. I post contents on their social media accounts such as LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. In doing lead generation, I do lead generation through Navigator in LinkedIn, and I do cold outreach as well. But I would say that warm or hot leads are more better than cold outreach. So
Cool. Thank you.
Go ahead, Christine.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Lymann. Good afternoon from the Philippines. By the way, let me introduce myself. I am Christine Joy Senas. I took up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in mathematics. I work as a virtual assistant for a year and a customer service for 6 months. I manage social media platforms including TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. In essence, lead generation, appointment setup, content production are all involved. I love to do qualifying leads for quality and set up meetings for salespeople with prospects. I know how to generate leads because I always did that before, and also how to make an appointment via Messenger or in Facebook, LinkedIn, and other social media platforms. And I can do project management, data entry, administrative tasks, and setting appointments via DM and phone. And I also like using Canva to edit some posts so that the images and videos look elegant and sophisticated. I also know how to use content schedulers like Buffer and Hootsuite to schedule some postings. And I've also tried using ActiveCampaign or AC for email marketing. And I know how to use Google Calendar to schedule some appointments. And lastly, I know how to use Eventbrite and Zoom. And typically, I produce leads by posting to various Facebook groups. And when somebody comments on or like my post, I send them a direct messages to find out whether they are competent to meet the needs of my prospects, and if they are and I will then establish a connection with them and schedule an appointment. And in terms of booking appointment, I just did organically by posting daily content and post them to different Facebook groups. And we all know that from doing that consistently, we can get hot leads, and that's the way we can generate leads. And for your information, I can call prospects to schedule appointments for salespeople and to assess the quality of leads. I always prepare myself in advance and perfect the script I am using to pitch your products and services to leads. And I can also call leads on phone to set up appointments and make decision about purchases. I have the ability to operate under extreme pressure and remain focused. And I get enough interest going to close the deal and can anticipate frequent sales and objections. And lastly, I understand level of my leads interest, and I can work a lot of pressure and focus on the right goal, and I can prepare common sales objections and build enough interest to close for the appointment. And that's all.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, so I think I'll be the last one. So, hello, Lymann. Can you hear me good? Right?
All good. Yep.
All right, that's great. So yeah, I just want to introduce myself first. So my name is Bernard. I'm 20 years old. So I am a general virtual assistant for about a year now. But before I started but I am working here in Quantum for some quite time. But before I started my journey here in Quantum, I have an experience in social media manager. So right now I am a social media manager wherein I have an experience, or I have a client which is a business coach, which we always are our target are entrepreneurs or business owners, which we will persuade through cold calling or through DM. So we usually persuade them to have a business partnership with us, so that our business coach will be the one to handle those entrepreneurs or starting in the industry. And also I have an experience, in life. Uh, it's a life coach, wherein they help those traders who have um, who have the difficulty in what they came in this one, if they are depressed or anxiety, because they lose um, their trading experience. So for that one, usually I'll be the one to manage the social media accounts of my client, different social media platforms, which is LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. So, and I also have an experience in lead generation, so you can count on me on that one. So I believe that's all.
Cool. Thank you. Do we have someone else? Do we have Val and they dropped out? Is that what happened? What I made a note. Or is that Janelle who came back?
Yeah, Janelle.
Okay. I think it was just they changed their name halfway through, which is fine. How much time do I have, Naomi?
Take your time, Lymann.
I guess what are your current challenges on being a VA? So I'm in Melbourne, so it is 5 o'clock here, or 5:20, so a couple hours ahead of you guys. What are your challenges if I asked you to work from midday until sort of 8 p.m, so kind of 6 or 6:30 your time?
Well, for me, when it comes to time, well, I don't have any issues regarding with that, because I can work any time of the day, because I'm very much available whole day, 24 hours.
That's fine. And I just want you to be really, honestly, I want you to be open and honest with me. So I'm not saying it must be those times, just so you know. I just want you to honestly put up your hand and go, hey, I might struggle between these times. If everyone's fine and flexible, then all good. But I'd rather know now than know later. That's all. Does anyone have any challenges with those times?
No, I don't.
We're really used working on night shift. Yeah. And we can also work on a day shift.
Okay, cool. Maybe I'll ask a question for all of you. What are your top 2 platforms that you like to work on, and what are the top 2 kind of software that you're kind of experts in? We can go the same order as last time. And if Janelle's not here, let's move on.
Janelle, are you there? Okay. Let's leave him for now. Mary Joy?
Well, for me, for the social media platform, I used to use Facebook and Instagram, but but I also know how to use TikTok, like, and also Discord. But for my previous work, I always use their LinkedIn and Facebook, and also well, for I've done email marketing before, and we use a MailChimp and network solution platform. And for the CRM, I experience navigating Pipe Drive. That's it.
Awesome, thank you.
For me, since I started becoming a virtual assistant, I usually use Instagram and Facebook. But after I've got a client that is a financial advisor, I started using LinkedIn as well. Most of the because I am specialized in DM closing and appointment setting, I usually just use the messenger for those kind of things. But for right now, as a social media manager for my other client, I was using Canva for doing the graphics and doing the contents for him. I'm trying to also to educate myself or learn more about Photoshop as well, Adobe Photoshop. And what else? Actually, I last time I was using another tool that is for content, so that we can post and schedule content aside from the Facebook Meta Business app. So it was Hootsuite, I think, and Slack as well for conversing with my client.
Hi, for my two platforms, I'm using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and any top major platforms in social media. And then aside from that, I'm using Photoshop as I edit videos and as I edit photos. And for videos, I do filmmaker. I aside from that, I can also use a lot of things in terms with emailing. Like for example, Mailchimp, Mailshake. So there are a lot of things that I can use for that. And then aside from that, I for the scheduling, I can use Hootsuite, Sprout Social, and there are a lot more that I can use since I'm working and I'm doing social media management for almost 3 years now. And then aside from that, for me to know more about analytics, so I know how to Google Analytics. So if you have Google account, I can give you analytics, and then I can give you some algorithm for that. Thank you so much.
Okay, for the two platforms that I usually work on was Facebook and LinkedIn. And for the software, I use internet browser and operating systems such as Microsoft Windows and Mac OS.
Sorry, what was the last one you said?
Mac OS.
Okay, and is there any particular, because you mentioned a lot of software earlier, is there any particular two the apps that you like?
Microsoft Windows.
All right. For me, the two platforms that I usually do, or in my experience, is Facebook and Instagram. And for the software, I usually love to use the Canva in editing photos, and also, editing some quality contents, and also for scheduling, it will be the Outlook for the calendars.
Cool. Thank you. I think we got everyone there. Yep. two things. 0 to 10, how do you rate your written language? That's question one. And second, what makes you different to everyone else on this call? Let's go, jump in.
Okay, so what makes me different from everyone? For me, I do specialize in, my specialty is in DM, appointment setting and closing. So I love to nurture people in the DM and get their pain points so that they would be really a quality leads for you. Also, I am resourceful. I love looking at different things in researching for different things that could help me. Like for example, when I was doing messaging, so I would like to make that more instant. So aside from using the Instagram, what you call that, quick replies, I also have installed different quick reply in my Chrome. So because if we are using only Instagram quick reply in your phone, that would be just limited. So I would love to put everything in my script so I could reply faster to my leads. So that's one thing that I'm different from everyone else, maybe.
Cool. Thank you.
Let me go next. Well, for me, if I'm going to rate myself for your first question, for 1 to 10, I would rate myself 8. Still, I believe that there's still room for improvement, and I still need to learn more things for me to be more equipped when it comes to becoming a successful virtual assistant. And for the second question, well, for me, I specialize social media management, and I can really help you in doing engagement and attract uh, prospect leads that can turn into solid lead. And I am very passionate in everything that I do, and I've always been working and seeking for new experience so that I can gather knowledge and progressing things. And when it comes to multitasking, I am also pretty used to that. And what else? I also wanted to achieve, or I want to achieve the rating of 10. And I believe I can achieve that soon. And I'm up for your success, and I'm very happy to assist you and to help you grow your business and to be part of your success as well. That's it.
Thank you.
I think I could go next. In time with my language, I'm gonna rate myself as 10. Then aside from that, I think my difference with them is that I am really committed, passionate, and I do persevere with my work. That's why I'm doing social media management for almost 3 years now. It's because I love it. It is not because about the burden, how you do your work, but it is how you love it. I really love doing contents because this is how I show myself, my feelings, and then how I understand people in the surroundings. Thank you so much.
And for me, that's an awesome question. I will grade myself as 8. And to answer your second question, I can honestly say that I have every skill set and experience you're searching for, and I have a reasonable amount of faith that I am the best applicant for this position. And both my prior project experience and people abilities will be useful in this role, and I can provide you with high quality bookings and help your business gain more exposure to the right target market. That's all.
So I will be the last one. So yeah, if I rate my language that I am using right now, I will rate myself as 8. It's because I believe that there's a lot to be improved, or there's a lot of room for improvement. And also it will take time so that it will reach to 10. And also for the last question, which is what makes me stand out, or what makes me different from other people, because I always, challenge myself, because I believe that if I will challenge myself, there will, or it will result into good, it will result into good, um, or it will result into something that is really great. And also, if I would challenge myself to have a goal every time that, if you would appoint me something, reach that goal, I will always challenge myself. So I believe that will be a great factor on your business, in generating leads. So thank you.
Cool. Only really one last question. Do you mostly work off a laptop or a phone?
Well, for me, I use laptop always, all the time, because laptop is more convenient than phone. And when it comes to work as a virtual assistant, you have to open many tabs, like doing research and then tracking your leads, like Google spreadsheet and so on and so forth.
Me, I'm using computer and laptop.
Cool.
For me, I use both. Before, when I was training, I was usually on the DMs, so I use mostly phone for DMing in Instagram and Facebook. When I've got a client in LinkedIn, I use my laptop, but I also use my phone. So right now, with social media management for my client, I'm using mostly the laptop.
So for me, I prefer to use both the cell phone and the laptop, because when in social media management, it would be, efficient to use my phone, since doing a DMs, or managing the profile, or your accounts, or social media accounts, it will be efficient to use my phone. If there's something that I could edit out, or something that will be needing to use a laptop, so that's the time that I'll be using the laptop.
For me, I usually work on my laptop, and I also use phone if needed, especially editing reels on Instagram and sending DMs. That's all.
Great. Naomi, I don't think I have any more questions, unless there's any other standard ones that you normally do that I'm not aware of.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lymann. Well, before we wrap it up, I'd like to ask our angels if they have questions for you.
Perfect.
Just to clarify things. Anyone have questions, guys?
Well, for me, I have a question, Lymann.
Okay.
Do you have any specific target location on finding leads?
Yeah. So because everyone's just been referrals. I won't say everyone's in Australia, but most are currently in Australia, just because that's where I've built up most of my networks. However, saying that, yeah, there are other interests. Most of them have been in the US, actually. But yeah, Australia and US, not many in Europe at the moment.
Okay, thank you so much.
I have a question, Lymann. The question is, what are your biggest struggles that you experience on your business? And also, I have two questions. I'm sorry. And so, what are your biggest struggles that you experience on your business? And where can you see your business 6 months from now?
So is that challenges or goals?
Struggles in your business.
Okay,
That you
struggle. Sorry.
experience.
Struggles in my business. So I guess it's just been finding the time. So that's why I'm here for you guys, to be quite honest with you. Not asking for anything too complicated, to be quite honest with you. I'm pretty clear on, as a business coach, on the strategy I'm looking for. So what you'll get from me, I'm very good on process and automation. So unlike some of those other business coaches out there, they're like, I don't know what you want you to do. You'll get a very clear list of, I want you to target these people. I want you to, you know, do reciprocity and like on these posts in these situations, take them through this track with sequence, and, you know, offer, you know, challenge and join Facebook group and those sort of things. I know the whole strategy because I teach other people in it, and help them. I just haven't been doing it myself. So I don't want to teach something that I'm not doing, because I want to be, you know, have integrity and all those sort of things. So even though I know it works, my focus has been on serving current clients. And then instead of getting back to doing that stuff, I got more clients, and then that just getting money in was more important than doing the foundational stuff. So you are my foundational team as far as I'm concerned, to do all the you know, let's call it, I don't want to say the basics. There's a lot of things to it. But yeah, my challenge has just been finding the time to do the basics, so then I can start to build and scale the company from there.
Wow, thank you for sharing.
Another question. Is this company a sideline, or do you want to this be the only company that you'll be building after your I know that you're working in a corporate job as well.
Yeah, so good question. I'm 3 months off leaving my corporate. I could probably now leave based on the clients that I have and all those sort of things, but want to keep the income coming in and build more before I feel, you know, 100% confident leaving the corporate role. I mean, I'm on a good salary. I'm on a good packet. It's kind of one of those ones that's hard to walk away from. And if I have you guys, then I can still manage, you know, I'm really struggling to manage both of them right now, to be quite honest with you. So having you guys on board will help me to be able to do that. But yeah, I've got a goal. My goal is 3 months, and then I won't be doing the corporate role. I enjoy it because I'm still doing performance coaching, business coaching, just in a different way in corporate. So I still enjoy that. I also train NLP. So if you know neuro-linguistic programming, last week, if you check my social media, you'll see I trained with another partner. So we did 5 days of NLP training. So it's not my core business, but she is the main NLP trainer, but we did 50%, you know, I did 50% of that training. So that was my first 5-day NLP. I'll probably do one of those every quarter. So yeah, working with me, you'll probably get exposure to a lot of other cool stuff as well.
Nice.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you, Lymann, for taking your time. Well, the next step is, of course, for you to choose who you wanted to work with. Are you able to announce it now, or would you like to sleep on it?
No, I'm more of need a process. I need to think, but I just want to appreciate all of your time and all of your input and honesty as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, would you like me to send you a copy of this recording?
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Okay, I'll send it your way. And as soon as you've decided, just feel free to chat the name of the person that you've chosen on the mastermind chat that we are currently using. And from there, we will go ahead and schedule our onboarding call.
Sounds great.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, have a great evening to you, Lymann. Have a great one. Thank you, Angels.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Lymann.